going to have you, first thing I'm going to do is just have you introduce yourself, your senior, what your major is, and things like that.
Gotcha.
Okay, welcome. Welcome to Franciscan University Coaches Show. Brought to you by Ohio Valley Sports Online, sponsored by PR Landscaping, Dr. John Figgle, Blakemore Insurance, Best Western at Franciscan Square, Hood's Pharmacy, and AT&T on Sunset. This is the Coaches Show, and with our guests here, Sean Hickey and Coach Joe Wallace of the Franciscan University of Steubenville Barons. Sean, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a fifth-year senior here. I'm taking grad classes. I'll finish up my master's in business administration this May. I graduated last year with my degree in accounting, and just finishing up my fifth year in the program here for the Barons, and trying to finish off strong in this, see if we can make a little tournament run here.
Well, that's always the goal. All our listeners here, the Barons are really, really making strides, looking to finish sixth or seventh in the conference, a tough President's Athletic Conference. And, Coach, what's your feelings going into the tournament? Or first of all, for this Saturday game and what you've done this past week? Coach, what's your feelings going into the tournament? Or first of all, for this Saturday game and what you've done this past week?
Last night was a tough loss for us.
Coach, what's your feelings going into the tournament? Or first of all, for this Saturday game and what you've done this past week?
We had a chance last night.
Coach, what's your feelings going into the tournament? Or first of all, for this Saturday game and what you've done this past week?
We had a chance last night.
Coach,
what's
your feelings?
We get a first-round bye in the conference tournament, which is if we want to go on a run, that helps, but it's not the end-all, be-all. But Saturday is big because this is his last hurrah for the old man over here. It's his last home game, and he deserves the rest of all of us to put us in the best position to get a win. Whether our strategy going in, our focus from my end as a group, and the rest of these young guys to give it all they have, because he deserves to go out on this court, his last game with a W. And I guess that's the focus right now. We'll deal with the seeding, the tournament, Saturday night, Sunday, but that's it right now is Saturday's game against Chatham. That's what our focus is. Yep.
Yeah, good to hear from that, Coach.
Yep.
But me and Coach talk a lot about you. I'm impressed about the fact that how you could get the shot off and continue to score, and but also with your senior day coming up on Saturday in your last game. What kind of influence you think you've had on the team this year, with the younger guys and stuff like that? Because I know what I think, but I want to hear it from you.
From what I can feel, from my standpoint, I feel like I can bring a sense of leadership to the guys and, bring a sense of unity and experience and show them that I've been through this a bunch of times before, and that even though, there's ups and downs in a season, it's okay, And but I just feel like I've helped keep us together as a team and just brought a positive leadership mindset to the group.
Well, in the past, I'm happy to hear you say that, because as I've watched Coach Wallace trying to build this program, I believe that this is probably, nothing against any of the other teams, but this is probably the best group of kids that he's had, as a group, and I've seen you grow, and I credit a lot of that to your leadership, and I want to commend you on that, and I want to congratulate you on the career that you've put together and wish you well in the future. But first things first, how do you see your opponent on Saturday?
Well, thank you to start off, but obviously Chatham's a really tough opponent. We played them on Monday, right, at their place, and I don't know. I think a lot of things went wrong for us, I guess you could say, that night. And, they're a tough matchup because they got some really talented guards, and they get up and down pretty well the same way we do. But I do think that when we're firing on all cylinders, the opponent doesn't always matter. So if we can put together a good game on both ends of the floor, that means getting stops in the half court, putting pressure in our full court press, and then running on offense. If we can start hitting those three things especially, I think that, anything could really happen. I think we could beat anybody in our conference.
Well, and I agree with you, but you talk about that Chatham game. I've been away on assignment. I had some things to take care of, but I've been following the Barons on Ohio Valley Sports Online, and not that it matters because you got to fight through everything and, not making any excuses. But one thing that I was very, very disappointed about, and I want you to tell me how you and your team felt. When I watched the game on Monday night, it was dead. It was dead. I mean, it was just like you guys were playing in the gym and nobody was there. And I know you can't make excuses, but how'd you get yourself ready to play other than your usual routine? Because, I mean, it just – I was texting Dan. I was going, wow, this is tough for a visiting team to come in here. And there was just like no – was it as quiet in that gym as it sounded to me?
I don't think it was as quiet as it sounded, but I do know where you're coming from. I think coming into that environment, it was like a Monday night. It was late. We've played a lot of games in not many days, and I just think that sometimes, especially on the road, you kind of have to manufacture energy, especially when you're coming off the stretch that we're coming off. So I think maybe we could have done a better job of that. I was trying my best especially in warm-ups, but I do agree. I think that was a factor that it was a little bit dead in that gym, and it was hard for us to get it going.
Well, you said to manufacture energy because reverting back to my days as coach, I was just saying to myself, this makes things doubly tough, if that's even a word, to approach it because you look for motivation in little things, and just from watching the game, I couldn't find it, but that's neither here nor there because Coach Wallace is a genius. So how did you approach that, Coach?
You can ask Sean on that one. I wasn't too happy with our energy or focus for a majority, for all of it, and we just didn't have it. I mean, we can say what we want. We're watching the tape on it now and trying to figure out what adjustments we can make, but I usually have a pretty good sense pregame of like where we're at like with that, and Sean said it, the opponent really doesn't matter. It's these others. It's getting stops, being able to provide pressure in our half or in the full court, and then getting our running game going. And when you don't have energy the way we play, like it's not going to work. And these guys have been resilient. Nobody else in this conference has gone through the stretch that we have. I mean, there's teams that had to play 3 games in 1 week, but no one has strung up 4 straight weeks of it.
Right.
So that takes its toll.
Right.
I mean, it does because you can say, oh, you're playing games, it's fun, but you're used to having a game, 2 days off, playing a Saturday, having a whole Sunday off, then 2 days to prep. We haven't practiced. We have not had a real practice since the Thursday before Bethany, which was in the end of January, 24th or whatever, 22nd. So it's tough to really understand what these guys' bodies are going through because there's just no recovery for it. And we got to fake it and tell them they're great, they feel good, you guys look good, you sound good, we got it. We do. I mean, he knows that, and we'll try to manufacture things. I mean, it's just the way it goes right now, but it's coming to an end regardless soon. And we've got to find a way to empty the tanks the rest of the way. That's it. Regardless of where we're playing, who we're playing, it doesn't matter about the opponent, but we've got to just empty the tanks because you said it. This group that we have, no disrespect to any of the groups we had in the past, this group's been really fun to coach. They really have. And there's a lot of young guys that you don't know what you're going to get out of some nights, but there's a high ceiling in a lot of these players. And with Sean's leadership, this team went 2 months without winning a game. Did you know that?
No,
2 calendar months without winning a basketball game. And we didn't play a lot of games. We went 2 months with that, and we talked about this the other day. That goes back to him and the rest of this group coming in with an attitude to get better, and we've gotten a lot better, and it would have been nicer to see us get better through a stretch where we could kind of work on things, with practice. But, I have no regrets of what this team's doing right now. And we need to go out for him the rest of the way and put it all out there. I mean, that's really what it's going to come down to, especially, Saturday is going to be a big one.
Okay, we'll be right back here. We're going to take a break and do a couple commercials.
Trying to find a local, family-owned pharmacy that doesn't treat you like a number, they treat you like, you. Visit Hood's Pharmacy. Find them at 971 Main Street in Follinsby. Hood's Pharmacy is family owned. Family owned for over 50 years. All insurance plans are accepted, and they have COVID-19 testing and vaccinations available, so no worries there. Hood's Pharmacy features Sarah's Candy, plus a wide selection of greeting cards. Get the friendly hometown service you deserve when you visit Hood's Pharmacy in Follinsby. Come visit the friendly pharmacist and staff at Hood's Pharmacy today, a proud sponsor of this broadcast. Looking for a place to stay? Then stay at the Best Western Plus Franciscan Square Inn & Suites, conveniently located in the beautiful Ohio Valley next to State Routes 22 and 7 at the gates of Franciscan University of Steubenville. Receive a warm welcome from friendly, attentive staff, providing all the amenities you deserve. Each guest room is done in beautiful modern decor, with amenities including a microwave and mini fridge, free high-speed wireless internet, and a flat-panel television. Stay in a suite for extra space with the same great amenities. Best Western Plus Franciscan Square Inn is a proud Barron sponsor.
This broadcast is brought to you by AT&T on Sunset via the AT&T Wireless Network. Experience super high-speed internet with 5G. Don't text and drive, it can wait. AT&T is a proud sponsor of this Franciscan University broadcast.
This is Ohio Valley Sports Online, your connection to Ohio Valley sports. Listen anywhere in the world from any connected device, smartphone, tablets, iPads, and computers. Ohio Valley Sports Online brings you live game action from the guys with over 50 years in radio sports broadcasting.
I didn't want to offend you, Sean, but that would just caught me. I was impressed.
I'm going to have to go talk to him after this.
Okay.
I'm sure he's all right.
Oh yeah, no, I think I'll be okay.
We're back here, Ohio Valley Sports Online, the Coaches Show with Coach Joe Wallace and his senior standout scoring machine, Sean Hickey, was born in Steubenville, Ohio, which really is a great thing as far as I'm concerned, and resides in just outside of Cleveland, North Olmsted, Ohio. Sean, what are you looking for Saturday in this repeat game you got here?
So I think we're going to have some time to make some pretty crucial adjustments, I would say. Take a look at the film. Something I'm excited about is having 2 days of rest in between instead of one. We played Saturday and then Monday, obviously, last week, against Chatham. So having these 2 days is going to be huge. Also playing at home, getting the energy from our home crowd, and I think we're going to be able to defend them at a higher level this time. I think our focus wasn't there on defense, and that kind of is what springboarded everything.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Your best offense is usually, as I see, comes off your defensive pressure, and that motivates me because I believe that three things win basketball games: rebounding, defense, and making free throws. Mm-hmm. And I think your offense comes from all that. And you guys have been, I don't know what are you shooting, about 70% as a team from the line?
Yeah, it's gone. We started out actually pretty bad. It's gone up, recently. We've had guys that were traditional great free throw shooters struggle at the beginning of the season now. Yeah, it's pushing 70. Yes. Well,
Sean, you've had an opportunity to go through these changes that we've seen at Franciscan. How do you compare or how would you describe the schedule of going into playing in a conference like the President's Athletic Conference where you're going to know teams and the travel's less?
I would say it's really nice. I was talking to somebody about this earlier today, actually. It seems like in the pack from year to year, there's a lot more consistency among each program. When it comes to knowing what to expect out of each one compared to the AMCC, I feel like it was
right.
From year to year, it could be completely different with transfer students and play styles from team to team, and the travel is a lot harder. So overall, I like the pack a lot better. But this schedule that we've played this year is like nothing I've ever done before. Playing a month of Monday, Wednesday, Saturday has been pretty grueling. It's been fun, playing games. I always tell him, I like playing games better than practicing. But
absolutely. But it wears on you, and I think COVID's been a part of that, right? With the Monday, Wednesday for 3 Monday, Wednesday, Saturday for a month. But how do you look at a coach from a coaching standpoint, being in this conference compared to the other ones?
Yeah, he said the consistency. There's coaches that have been at some of these programs for 20-some plus years. They go to some of these schools like a Grove City. It's a great place to work and coach, and they stay there. Guy that played against the Teal last night, he's coached all over the place. He's been there now for a while. There's just a lot of consistency. The programs, you see the rosters being built, like freshmen going through, their senior year. So you're going to see some of these players for 4 years, and we didn't see that a lot in in previous years. So it's a step up. It really is, because there's just, and then the obvious, like we can talk about, is just the resources those schools put into athletics.
Absolutely.
And they've had Division III athletics and athletics for a long time. Geneva, Westminster, Waynesburg, St. Vincent, and I think Teal. No, Teal wasn't. But those 4 were NAIA schools not too long ago as well, and they just dropped into the Division III. So, they've been hosting big-time athletics for a while. So for us now, Franciscan athletics is still a baby. We're taking those steps up, and being in this conference now is really going to help continue to kind of push forward with things. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It's a very, very competitive conference, and, you're getting your teeth kicked in a little bit because you are the little brother in this conference, but that's helping you grow. I know that, and and I believe it's going to build your roster and just get you better and better players and more consistency, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
Okay?
Awesome.
We'll be right back here for our final segment with Coach Joe Wallace on the Coaches Show and senior standout Sean Hickey.
PR Landscape and Design has been building backyard vacation destinations in the Ohio Valley for over 30 years. Creating your outdoor living space starts with our 3D landscape design service. Our craftsmen install brick patios, outdoor kitchens, custom water features, outdoor fireplaces, backyard structures, and luxury fiberglass swimming pools. A major landscape and pool project is complicated, so let the professionals at PR Landscape and Design manage it to completion. Check us out on Instagram or visit prlandscape.com.
Ohio Valley Sports Online and the Franciscan University want to thank one of our proud Barron sponsors, Dr. John Figgle, MD. Thank you, Dr. Figgle, for sponsoring this broadcast.
Blakemore Insurance Agency is exclusive to the senior market. We represent a variety of Medicare supplements or Medicare Advantage plans, giving us the ability to offer some of the most competitive products from the top insurance companies in our country. Our loyalty lies with you, our customer, not the insurance company. Many of today's seniors are completely overwhelmed with turning 65 and going on to Medicare. Call Blakemore Insurance Agency today for more information. 304-723-0909. Blakemore Insurance Agency is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Okay, we're back here at Franciscan University of Steubenville Coaches Show here, Barron Basketball, with Coach Joe Wallace and senior standout Sean Hickey. Looking forward to Senior Day on Saturday, the lone senior on the team. And Coach, you've had an opportunity. I think that as you appreciate it now, but I think when you look back on your coaching career, on your playing career, you're going to really appreciate the fact that you were coached by Joe Wallace, because I'm I am very, very critical of coaches because I don't want to throw no dirt on any coach because everybody else does that. And when you're in a coaching fraternity, you leave it alone. But how would you describe your experiences from seeing Coach Wallace evolve as a top-notch coach as he is this year?
I would say I've seen a lot of evolution in just the program in general, and obviously that it's been spearheaded by him since he came in here, and I wasn't too far behind him. He was here a year before me, and I don't know. I mean, we've gone through a lot of styles, but I would say just with our relationship, it's grown a lot, and I think there's a lot of trust between from him to me and from me to him, and I'm really grateful that I've gotten to play for him these 5 years. And as it's winding down here, I'm really sad that it's coming to an end.
I understand that, and another thing, Sean, do you have? I tell Coach Wallace all the time he's done things with Barron basketball that I grew up watching, in the 60s and 70s, which was the Barons, where they were the team. I wasn't there for the 50s with John Neese and the great Jim Smith, but I grew up watching the Barons of the 60s, and you finally got the kids involved up here too. I mean, you guys got a great student section when they're on campus. I mean, that has to help you play, and even when you are in this month grind that you guys are in, because they get into it.
Yeah.
Do you interact with these guys, or do you interact with these students, with these cheering sections?
Yeah, definitely. I would say not. As the years have gone on, maybe not as much, but a lot of the dudes that are there getting loud are friends that I hang out with off the court. They have households here. I'm in a household, and a lot of my guys in that household come out and get loud and like talk trash to the other team and stuff like that, which.
Great atmosphere. I love it. A great atmosphere. I love it.
It's not easy for another team to come in and have to play through that. So we see that at some other places, but I definitely would say that ours is unmatched in comparison.
Yes, I agree.
I'm glad you say that, because the games that I've seen and the games that we've watched on Ohio Valley Sports Online, I haven't seen anybody that compares to what your students do, and I love it. And I think that's a credit to you and the work that Coach Wallace has done.
It's a credit to these guys, because he just said they're likable guys on campus. It's not like they're just here playing basketball. They're involved with other. He's in a household, and guys are approachable on campus. They have a lot of friends outside of the team. I mean, our team is really tight, but they're also friends with other people, and that's what it comes down to. It really does. I mean, you can go to all these other schools that are Division III and maybe more students, less students, but it doesn't matter. But that's what it means, is when you have a community on campus and a program that people want to support, and they support it because of these guys. That's what it comes down to, because we're all likable guys, even myself at times. I'm pretty likable.
Well, Coach Wallace, he has a history of coaching hard. How you feel with that, coaching tough?
I mean, I like it. I think that it's very motivating, and I've always said that one of Coach Wallace's greatest strengths is he's an incredible motivator. I think he could get anybody fired up to do pretty much anything just through his own passion and energy. So I think it's really impressive, and I think sometimes people outside the program might get the wrong idea about it, but the truth is that that's kind of how it works with our program, and there's a lot of respect both ways, and sometimes things just work, and that's one of those things.
Yeah.
Coach, any final notes on the season and the upcoming tournament?
I said earlier, Saturday's the day. We got to send him out on his last game out here, a winner. I mean, it's not the numbers, the scoring, the wins that he's been a part of, and where this foundation of this program is. I mean, it's all the stuff that he's done as a leader, especially a leader this year. I mean, he's put so much into this program, and he's not going to appreciate, like you said, it's probably going to take some time. It's going to really understand what his impact was. And, winning a championship is always something you want, but the main thing I like to tell guys and even recruits right now, you're going to look back at the experience more than winning games, really. it's the people that you've been around, and there's lifelong bonds that he's formed with guys that have already left here, then guys that are here, and we have a group of seniors that graduated last year and the year before coming back for the game. It's just that's what it's about. It really is. I mean, winning championships is great, winning games, but the experiences and the connections and what we have here is special in that regards. And Sean has done so much for that, and it's a shame. It is sad that it's coming to an end. It just felt like it never was, after last year being able to hit the reset button. And I know we were trying to look for some more loopholes, but there's none left at this point. So this is
Get
it.
that 6 year, that medical year.
Yeah,
medical
trying to
year.
figure something out, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I want to congratulate you on your season and
Thank
the
you.
success you've had and the part you've played with bringing Barron basketball back. And I wish you the best of luck on Saturday and moving forward. And, Coach, always great talking to you.
Yes.
So it's been great.
It's awesome. Thank you guys for coming. Yeah.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. Okay, that's it here from Franciscan University of Steubenville, the Coaches Show, Barron basketball. See you Saturday.